Hola Cultureros, welcome back to Atleti Fanatics. And I am back after almost a week, I guess. And I mean, like, I was in the Himalayas actually. I was just enjoying my peaceful time, just I was in peace, enjoying the nature and everything. I came back and again, I was welcomed with this Julian Alvarez chaos. I mean, like, this chaos has escalated on another level, actually. I thought, like, after all the statements by Atletico de Madrid, thing will stop until the World Cup. And like if something will happen, it will happen after the World Cup. But like wow, Julian Alvarez, came out in public and said that like the best decision for everyone would be a transfer. I mean, what a cunt! And I think like he has been brainwashed by his camp for sure. So today the topic is all about Julian Alvarez. And again, it's just gonna be me because again, like we've talked about this topic quite a few times, like numerous times. So I'm just going to keep it short actually, because I see a lot of Barcelona fans, even Real Madrid fans, discussing about this Julian Álvarez saga. But I think like there is a need to put a perspective of Atletico de Madrid as well. And it's really, really strange to me, to be honest, because again, like, like all these Barca fans and Real Madrid fans, they don't know what Atleti is actually, to be honest. Like, they just keep creating these things, these narratives by themselves, and they don't know the perspective of Atleti. Especially, I would like, I'll especially mention the Indian football content creators because, again, you guys literally know nothing about Atleti. Like, no offense, but it's true. Like, you have zero knowledge about Atleti. You just keep blabbering all of this BS every time, but like you don't know, like like what Atleti is right now. And I don't even think like if these guys watch that much match of Atletico de Madrid as well. I think they only watch the match when you play against Real Madrid or Barcelona or when we play in the Champions League, obviously. So again, like I'm just gonna keep it very short. That's why it's just me today. After the match against Austria, when Argentina won 2-0, we were all talking about Lionel Messi. And again, there were rumors from Barca camp that Julián Álvarez might come out in public and speak about his future. And that's exactly what happened, actually. So you can clearly see, like, there is an influence of Barcelona, into those comments from Julian Alvarez, which I think we all know. Like, Barca has been flirting with Julian Alvarez, and Julian Alvarez has been working for Barcelona for quite a like few months now, actually, and especially like in the middle of the season as well, because he never said something concrete, and now like he finally came out public. So this exactly is what he said uh, in the post-match press conference, which I would say like was very selfish because again, all the talk was about Messi, and then getting the limelight like this is not really good behavior from Julian Alvarez, I would say. So this is what he said. Like he said, I don't think it's the right moment to talk, but I also don't want to hide. I tried to be an honest person. I spoke with the people at Atletico who I needed to speak with. I think the best thing for everyone is a transfer, and I want to fulfill my dream. I mean, like, if you think it's not the right moment, like, why are you talking, like, about it? Like, just wait for the World Cup to end. Like, I mean, it's just so stupid and naive from Julian Alvarez. And then, again, talking about fulfilling the dream, I mean, like, yeah, we all Atleti fans, we had a dream as well. And you missed a penalty, on that dream. So, again, we had dreams as well, to be honest. But again, guys, this was very, very unprofessional from Julian Alvarez. And like I said, I think like he has been brainwashed by Barcelona camp and like by his agent Hidalgo. Obviously, I think he's the main guy, the main culprit, I would say, in this operation, because he never wanted Julian Alvarez to be at Atletico de Madrid. And now finally, I think like Julian Alvarez has like given up on that idea as well, and now he's probably thinking about Barcelona. And again, don't get me wrong, guys. I don't want Julian Alvarez to stay at Atleti at all. For me, he should leave Atleti. Like he doesn't deserve to like wear the Atleti jersey at all. But I don't want him to be in Barcelona. Like I'll be fine. Like if PSG wants to take him, Arsenal wants to take him, I'm pretty much fine with it, to be honest, but not Barcelona, and especially like with that the joke of an offer which Barcelona made of 100 million in 6-7 years installments as well. I mean, like seriously, like are you guys stupid or something? Like seriously, you guys already owe 150 million in transfer fees to other clubs, and then you want Atleti to be a part of that, like, as well. So, like, come on, like, be serious, like, seriously. And this is for Barca fans, actually, like, be serious, like, you guys really think like 100 million in those installments can really like get you Julian Álvarez, and Atleti will give in that easily. So again, you guys really need to get some common sense, which I think most of the Barca fans are lacking at the moment. But it's okay. And then when Julian Álvarez went public with his, post-match conference statement, whatever you want to call it, Atleti went with their statement as well, not like officially, but through a media channel. Atleti, I think it was Diario AS. So yeah, it was Diario AS. So they said there is no amount of money for which Barca can buy Julian. He will not be transferred to Barcelona. Either they pay the release clause, which is 500 million euros, or there is no deal. We have already seen how Barcelona operates in the past, such as when Atletico were preparing for the Champions League tie against Juventus and Barca were promising commissions to Griezmann's sister, his family, and the player himself. And again, not to mention, Barca actually paid 50 million to Atletico de Madrid because again, the choice they made, the Barcelona, like, to reach Griezmann was unethical, and then they had to like pay 50 million to Atleti, by the way. And I'll try to find that article for you guys, which I can show you as well. There you go, guys. And this is the article which I'm talking about, where Barca paid 15 million to Atleti for Griezmann. As you guys can see over here, Barca signed Griezmann from Atletico. Wait, hang on, I'll just mark this. Okay, so Barca signed Griezmann from Atletico for his 120 million release clause in July. The clause had just dropped from 200 million. And the Rojiblanco continued to fight for the full amount, alleging that the Catalan club approached the France forward long before the clause had reduced. And then the RFEF fined Barca 300 euros last month over irregularities regarding the transfer. Both Barca and Atletico appealed the ruling. And then Spanish newspaper El Mundo claimed on Monday that Barca and Atletico have now agreed a 15 million fee to settle the case. And again, I think it's high time like Barcelona should realize, like, like wherever they like, they put their hands on, it's not theirs, like, like, and especially the fact like now Atleti is growing so rapidly. I mean, again, guys, this is for all the fans, especially the Barca fans who don't know much about Atletico de Madrid. Atletico de Madrid has new owners now. Atleti values at around billions now, I think 2 billion or something. And our new owners are Apollo. Again, it's an investment group. And you really think they will let Julián Álvarez leave to a rival, which according to the terms that are set by Barcelona. I mean, come on, like, like fine, like, you want to be delusional, that's fine, but come on, don't be that delusional. Just like state the facts, be on the facts. And the fact is, Atleti won't sell to Barcelona. That's it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if Julián Álvarez wants to leave for Barcelona. I mean, like, yes, it's true. Julián Álvarez's desire is to leave for Barcelona, for sure. And this is the reason why I don't want to see him at Atleti de Madrid anymore. But again, Atleti doesn't want to sell him to Barcelona. Again, if the situation was like, let's say, Julián Álvarez has 2 years left on his contract, 1 year left on his contract, the situation is different then. But Julián Álvarez has 4 years left on his contract. He has a release clause of 500 million. That's not easy, guys. That's not easy. I mean, like, I know obviously like Barca won't be able to pay 500 million. I don't even think Barca will be able to pay 150 million for Julián Álvarez, which Atleti would probably ask in this situation. Because given the financial situation of Barcelona, like I said, like you guys owe 150 million in transfer fees to other clubs. Again, I'm still not sure like if you guys have paid the full amount for Ferran Torres to Man City yet or not. I have no idea about that one as well. There are many reports saying that you guys still owe money to Man City for Ferran Torres. So again, Atleti definitely won't like it. Imagine like you're getting like 15 million per year. Like what that's gonna do for Atleti? Like we can't buy a replacement. We can go out in market and like buy like a good player, like for example for 80, 90 million. Let's say if it's Osimhen or some other player, we can't do that because again, you really think that joke of an offer Atleti will accept? And then you go out on social media with these reels and videos and everything about like like how Atletico de Madrid is holding Julián Álvarez to prison. I mean, like it's you guys. Give us a good offer. Give Atleti a good offer. He's yours. As simple as that. Even though I would say like you won't be able to match 150 million which Atleti is asking. because you don't have that kind of money. You already spent 80-90 million on Anthony Gordon. And then Atleti's stance has always been clear that they don't want to sell to Barcelona. They would rather sell Julian Álvarez to either PSG or Arsenal. Because again, financially, PSG and Arsenal can give Atleti a much better deal. And do you really think, like now Julian Álvarez with coming out, like, like saying this stuff about like the best thing for everyone would be a transfer. You really think Julian Álvarez will play at Atletico de Madrid? He will not. I mean, like Julian Álvarez is leaving Atletico de Madrid 100%. 100% he's leaving Atletico de Madrid. The fans are not happy. I mean, like the fans supported him throughout his bad period he had last season, which 4 or 5 months he didn't score a single goal. The fans supported him. Diego Simeone supported him. But again, like it's okay. If he doesn't want to play for us, it's fine. Like we all have rats. In our teams. I thought like Thibaut Courtois was the biggest rat for Atleti. But yeah, Julian Alvarez is getting very close to Thibaut Courtois at the moment because again, not only Barcelona, I think like there were reports like he won't even mind playing for Real Madrid actually. So again, I mean, wow, and the audacity of this guy, seriously. And then obviously, guys, I was coming back to that thing, the new owner of Atleti de Madrid. Again, there are numerous perspective why Atleti won't sell it to Barcelona. Number one is the sporting, because you don't want to strengthen a rival, and then like especially with the offer which Barcelona will present. Again, like I said, with installments for 6-7 years, with you'll get literally 16-17 million a year. You can't do shit with it. And then you have the another option is obviously the fans. The fans will be angry. Like, why are you transferring your, I won't say best player, because he wasn't the best player of Atleti last season, by the way. But again, he's a good player. So again, why are you transferring your good player to Barcelona with that amount? And then also, why are you strengthening your rival straight up? And the third thing, obviously, I mean, like the transfer, if again, that's a big if the transfer happens, it won't be on the terms of Barcelona. It will be on the terms of Atletico de Madrid. And Barcelona won't be able to go with it. Again, that's a big if, guys. Big if. I'm saying a big if. And again, according to the news which came out today, Man United is monitoring the situation as well. And again, like I said, look, Julian Alvarez will leave Atletico de Madrid 100%. But I don't think he will leave for Barcelona for sure, even though he wants to leave for Barcelona, but it won't happen. It won't happen. And if Atleti make that happen, then I think like our board is like very, very stupid. But talking about the board, our CEO, Miguel Angel Gilmarin, he said something. And also now Atleti will go to FIFA and complain about it. So Miguel Angel Gilmarin said something, which I'm going to just put it over here right now. So yeah, there you go. He said, "I deeply regret Julian's words. It was not the day to make those statements. It was Messi's day and Argentina's day, not his. Julian has a dream, and Atletico fans also have dreams. It's true that he has spoken with us, but it is also true that he knows our position perfectly, because we have been very clear. Atletico do not want to transfer his rights. He's a great player, and we are very proud that he plays for us. Barcelona are disrespecting us. They think they can ignore us, that we are weak or stupid, but what they are really showing the world is a way of acting that defines them. They lie to us, to the player, to the media, and they also lie to their own supporters. They try to make everyone believe they can undertake an operation that they are actually incapable of carrying out. This is not the first time Barcelona have acted this way, and the football world is fully aware of it. Last year, they did something very similar with Nico Williams and Athletic Club. So this is what Miguel Angel Gilmarin has said. And again, like Atleti will complain to FIFA as well, because he said like Barcelona approached Julian Alvarez in a protected period of the contract. I mean, the reason why Atleti is angry about this situation is because again, Barcelona is not talking with Atleti; they're talking with the player directly, and they are like pushing this narrative of like Julian Alvarez, that like also Julian Alvarez again is playing in their hands as well. Like like he's doing the things which their camp is telling them to do. For example, coming out in public with that statement, because again there were many rumors, from Barcelona journalists and everyone, that Julian Alvarez will come out and speak about his future in the post-match press conference, and that's exactly what he did. So again, I mean, like, he's getting brainwashed, I would say. Like, obviously, like, there's influence of Barcelona and that over there as well. Like I said, like, Barcelona have to realize that whatever you put your hands in cannot be yours, like, seriously. And Atleti now doesn't need money. If you say like 7 8 years ago, the situation could have been different because again we needed money. Now it's not the same. We have new owners. Our Atletico Madrid is growing rapidly. We don't need the money. We don't need any financial help because again we have enough money at the moment, so we don't really need money at the moment. So again, that throws like, you have to give us a very very good offer, and which Barcelona, like Miguel Angel Gilmarin said as well, which Barcelona is incapable of. And the last offer which Barcelona gave was around 100 billion, and that was like, in installments as well, which I heard was around 16 17 million as a initial fee, and then like the rest, if you're good at maths, like just count it. So again, it's a joke of offer. Like I said, like, if we want to buy a replacement, like we have to do the same. And then again, we don't want to be in the same financial situation as Barcelona. I mean, like, they really think they can pull this off, which again, I don't think it's possible at all at the moment. But like I said, guys, Atleti don't need the money at the moment. And again, the fans are angry. Julian Alvarez has made this situation very, very messy, actually. He can't he can't go back to Atleti. The fans won't allow it. The fans are angry as fuck. And then obviously, his relationship with Diego Simeone, again, according to the reports, is very, very cold. And I think, like, even now, like, when he came out with those statements, I think it's going to be much worse. So, again, Barcelona, I don't think they will be able to buy him. Now, the only option he has is either Arsenal or PSG. Now, the PSG situation right now, I would say PSG is not really interested after, like, Julián Álvarez said no to them, but it might change after Barcola, if Barcola leaves to a different club. Arsenal is very, very interested in this, and Arsenal can be an option. But again, like, Julián Álvarez has dug his own grave over here. He's leaving Atletico Madrid for sure. Now, Atleti will sell Julián Álvarez to either Arsenal, or let's say if Man United is coming in, they can sell him to Man United as well. And we can include a player in the deal as well. So the report that came out yesterday was including Victor Gyökeres. I mean, like, he played a great match against us, but again, Victor Gyökeres this season, I mean, not really that good. So I don't know about that. We sure we can have a debate about it, but yeah, at the moment, that doesn't really look good. But Arsenal have great players actually that can be very helpful to Atleti. So again, I think the saga will continue. You know, but again, like, I hope, like, like, if there are like sane Barca fans out there, like, they can understand, like, they can really see the reality instead of like checking and saying stupid stuff about Atleti Madrid in social media and everywhere. They think like Atleti is like, holding Julian Alvarez. Obviously we will. I mean, like, we hold all the cards. You guys don't hold anything. I mean, I can go on and on, but I don't want to be, because we've discussed about this many times. But again, Julian Alvarez future at Atleti is 100% done. And for me, he's not the Spider-Man anymore. He's definitely a rat. If you want to call a rat man, then yeah, you can call him that. But I mean, it's really funny, to be honest, like how Julian Alvarez hasn't learned a thing. When Griezmann was, saying stuff in his farewell as well, like, like he said, he apologized for that Barca move, the affection Griezmann got. And again, we had like so many transfers to Barcelona. I mean, did they become, Barcelona legend? Did they do anything? I mean, Arda Turan again, did he become a Barca legend? Did he actually had an impact in Barcelona? No. Aguero, I won't really say much because again, like, he had his heart disease and then he went to Barcelona from Man City. And again, like, if Julian Alves like joins Barcelona from, let's say, Arsenal, PSG, then fine. Like, he can go. He can go wherever he wants. And then Griezmann is a prime example in the recent days, because again, like, he said it in his farewell as well about his mistake to join Barcelona. And it's funny, like, how Julian Alvarez didn't learn anything on that day. And then again, obviously, there is Joao Felix again. Barca was talking for him, and then Joao Felix talked back. And then obviously, did he become a legend at Barcelona? Did he sign a contract with Barcelona? He was on loan, by the way. Barcelona left him dry. And then Griezmann, like, yeah, he was there for 2 seasons. Nothing happened. The fans went against him as well at Barcelona. So again, guys, like I said, like, it'll be very interesting to see, like, if Julian Alvarez like goes on a 4 or 5 month goal drought at Barcelona. That'll be very interesting to see, to be honest. And like he'll realize his mistake very quickly, and he will realize his mistake, guys. I'm telling you, whether he's gonna end up in Arsenal, PSG, or whatever, he will realize his mistake for sure. And I mean, like, this guy has 8 goals. Wasn't even the best player last season for Atleti. I would say for me, like, it was Marcos Llorente by miles, the best player for Atleti last season. So again, I won't really say he's our best player, but again, he's a good player. But anyway, guys, like, I think this is gonna end up in a rant anyway. So I'll just leave this here. If there will be any news, new topics, I will definitely cover it up. And obviously, I'll have my panelist back as well. We're going to discuss soon, most probably on Alejandro Grimaldo, which is almost done, according to the sources. So we're going to do a sculpted episode on Grimaldo pretty soon. And I'll see you guys soon. Until then, Opatleti. Ciao, ciao.